What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're back to the 10 ball challenge. Now that we have a new company, we have a lot more balls to choose from, and so we're gonna see if we can't beat our last score. I am in the holiday spirit today. Christmas is right around the corner, my favorite holiday. I hope you guys are all getting ready for Christmas as well. I hope you guys enjoy the video, but let's see what we can do with our 10 new balls. All right, 10 ball challenge. A lot of new bowling balls. Don't really know what all of them do just yet, so we're gonna be doing a lot of guessing. I'm gonna talk through my moves for each ball based on what I think they're going to do, and then, you know, we're gonna do the best we can. All right, so we're gonna start with, we're gonna go with the weakest ball first, Hustle. See what we can do. So I'm gonna start pretty straight with this. Should be pretty smooth, pretty long, like very rounded. I don't expect this to be too much down lane. Whee! All right, I am bowling on a 39-foot pattern. The ratio is like 6.5 to 1, so it's like a medium sport pattern. It's not super difficult, but it's good for when I am trying to learn different bowling balls, go ball to ball and see the differences in them. So we start with Hustle. Let's go crazy. Let's go to Sublime, something completely different. This is much stronger, it should be much earlier, but I actually am not gonna move too far left, as I'm probably gonna move like 2 left because this ball should be really smooth. So it shouldn't back end a whole lot either. And I'll tell you what, in the early going, huge fan of this ball. I think I'm gonna be throwing this a lot on the fresh patterns, especially the medium patterns where ASIMs are a little too strong. This ball is gonna be thrown a lot. So great start so far. That was 2 left off the Hustle. Let's go Phased AI next. So this ball has a lot of momentum in the marketplace already. Feels like everywhere I look, people are throwing this and having a lot of success. So far in practice, it is a very strong symmetrical pearl, like a lot of back end motion, a lot bigger bowling ball than you would expect, a lot of hook. So I'm gonna move 3 left. Doesn't seem like much, but I'm probably gonna throw this a touch harder because I don't wanna move a bunch just yet. Do it, do it, do it. So I missed it a little bit at the bottom. We got a good off hit there. Great start so far. I think, Jillian, we're on to something that when I start bowling bad in competition, I'm gonna start doing the 10 ball challenge in the middle of the PBA Tour event. Just have the ball reps one by one, grab me a different ball. Because I'll tell you what, I get into a good mojo sometimes. Okay, so Hustle, Phase AI, Sublime gone. Let's go back to something smoother. So Attention Star S2. This ball by far has the least amount of shots I've thrown on any of them. I just got it drilled. It's meant to be a hybrid, kind of smooth transition type ball for me. So I'm actually gonna play off of the Phase AI. I'm gonna rotate it a little more, as I think that this is gonna get a little smooth down the lane on this pattern right now. Yeah, and so I didn't get it rounded enough, and the good news is that I was kind of prepared for that to happen. The bad news is I didn't throw a good enough shot to make the ball do what I wanted it to do. And so I was probably a little too far left. So I'm gonna try to clean up the spare, move on. All right, moving on. I'm gonna make a thumb change. That thumb is giving me some trouble. Anybody else out there make thumb changes? Things aren't going very good, thumb change. Gotta find my other thumb though. All right, because my other thumb's in the summit, we're gonna go to it. All right, so I just threw a tension star S2, 2.8, not a great shot. Threw it a little hard, missed at the bottom. Some of the Ascent so far has been the biggest symmetrical in my bag when it comes to overall motion. So I think that I'm actually gonna go 2 more left off the S2 and feel like I can open the lane up a little bit. Boom. Not too bad. Liked it. It got a little behind the head pin, but chopped it out. That's what we like to see. And so super happy so far with 1. I've been putting a lot of work in trying to learn these bowling balls. 2, they're doing what I'm expecting so far. And it's always a sign of knowing your equipment when you can make changes ball to ball and get pretty close. So just do some of the Ascents. Let's go to Road Warrior, which is my favorite pearl ball in the bag at the moment. If you guys have been following my social media, I put a little teaser out. My first event throwing storm balls was a local doubles tournament with my oldest brother Michael, and I had $2.99 with this ball. First time throwing it, so a lot of early confidence in it. So off the Summit Ascent, I'm gonna move a couple back right, and I'm gonna feel like I have to get up the back of this a little more, as it might go too far down the lane if I do not. And when I said get up the back of it, I guess I meant miss 5 right and miss it at the bottom. So not my best effort there, but we're gonna clean it up, move on to the next one. Having a bad thumb day. That's so unfortunate. Okay, on to the next one. We got 4 balls left. I got a max score of 246 after that open. Just such a bad shot. It's not a fair assessment of the ball when you miss by that far right. All right, we're gonna go to harsh. So I'm gonna go back to where I threw the Sublime Focus, which is a little bit back right, a little harder, as I expect this ball to be pretty early, pretty smooth. And so the difference, if you rewind a little bit, go to the Sublime Focus shot and that ball, the asymmetry of the harsh reality made the ball hook just as early as the Sublime, but try to be responsive and go a little more forward, where the Sublime Focus was a little more continuous because of the symmetrical core. So pretty similar type motions, but that's what the difference you'll see between the asymmetrical versus the symmetrical balls. All right, frame 8. We're gonna go to Idle Pearl, Optimum Idle Pearl. So haven't thrown this much yet. Don't know a whole lot about it, how I wanna use it. I have touched the surface a little bit, and I did drill a pin down. So it's drilled to be pretty mellow or pretty smooth for a pearl, but I find that it continues a little more than I'm expecting, and it kind of forces me left. So I hit it with a little surface to hopefully smooth out some of that motion. So this is gonna be similar to where I thought the Road Warrior should be, but maybe I just actually hit what I'm looking at. Hey guys, that's called a miss, where you don't want to miss right, so you miss left. Not my best effort. Not my best effort. Every other frame, man. Okay, let's make this one. All right, made the spare. 2 balls left. I saved my favorite 2 for last. I saved the Origin, which is 900 Global's newest release, and the Ion Pro, which has In other words, knocked my socks off from the performance of it. When you look at the core numbers, if you guys are into that, it looks like it's supposed to be kind of weak ball, kind of mellow. This ball is so much bang for your buck. It's one of the most reactive down lane balls I got. Like, I'm gonna throw this off of the summer ascent, so I'm gonna be a little farther left, opening the lane up. And as you guys can see, that thing is just roaring back. Huge fan of that ball. It's gonna be a staple in my bag, especially when I'm opening my angles up, throwing it at some friction. Outside of those two missed shots where I missed what I was looking at, I've had a pretty good game. The thing that you should know when you guys are getting new bowling balls or trying out your own arsenal is that not every ball is supposed to look good all the time. If you have 5 bowling balls that you can stand in the same spot and they all look the same, your arsenal is not very well rounded. You're supposed to have to move a little bit, shape the bowling balls differently, do different things with them. So I saved the Origin for last with the Iron Pro because same exact layout on both. I'm actually gonna stand in a similar part of the lane, but I expect this Origin to hook like 3 to 5 feet earlier and round off a little more, where the Iron Pro looked like it got kicked down lane. So as you can see, ball hooked like 3-4 feet earlier, rounded off and went through the pins incredible. So from a 1-2 combo standpoint, love those two bowling balls together. I love that the Origin is what feels like huge in the oil. And so I've gone through about 10 balls, so I'm gonna throw this one more time. Huge in the oil. And then when it gets to friction, it's not ginormous off of friction. It just looks like it sees it, hugs it for a second, or like tries to transition and then stays on top of it and just keeps going. Super continuous. And when you miss way right, it comes back. Not a good effort, not a good bold game by me. I gotta throw it a little better, but I'm super happy with, outside the Road Warrior and Idol shots, made a lot of good shots. The bowling balls did what I was expecting. So I'm gonna give the Idol, actually I'm gonna give the Road Warrior a better chance here in the field ball. Show you guys what it's actually capable of. And yeah, just super happy with it, super happy I'm learning them. As you guys can tell, I probably need some more time with some of them. I haven't been able to practice my physical game a whole lot because I'm working so hard on learning the bowling balls. Yeah, I was too far left. It's too far left. Jillian, I shot 223, but I'm gonna throw that shot one more time. I made a horrible guess there. I'm gonna go a couple more back right. And this is the problem, but also the beauty of learning new bowling balls. I'm glad that I'm doing this in practice, now while I'm in the middle of competition. So I'm actually gonna move like 4 back right, straighten up my angles a little bit. So as you can tell, for me, on this exact pattern, that ball is acting very clean, very round down the lane. So I would need the transition to happen a little bit. I would need the lanes to hook a little more before that ball came into play. But yeah, I don't think I scored as well as last time. Give me the benefit of the doubt a little bit as I learn these bowling balls. But the confidence is growing, and I cannot wait for the new PBA Tour season. I hope you guys are following along, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. As always, leave some feedback in the comments below, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video.